Is TabTrade actually legit, or just another broker making big promises? I looked into the spreads, the execution speed, the trading platforms, and the withdrawals to see what traders are actually getting here. And while TabTrade does offer some really solid features for active CFD traders, there are also a few things that beginners and cautious traders should know before putting real money into this broker. So let's get right into it. To figure out if TabTrade is worth your time, we have to start with a simple question. Who is this broker actually for? I spent months researching and testing TabTrade, and I compared their fee structure and overall trading experience against competitors like eToro and Pepperstone. And here's what I found. TabTrade is built for active retail traders who want a broker that gives them professional tools without making everything overly complicated. We're talking about people who trade forex, indices, commodities, and CFDs on a regular basis, but who aren't exactly too deep into it. So if you care about low spreads, fast execution, and transparent pricing, this might be the platform for you. It's built for traders who don't want any hidden fees or slow withdrawal times or anything overly complex. Take one trader I came across during my research. He said that he reported in this review that he had recently tried out the TabTrader broker and he found it really impressive. And he mentioned that the broker offers low spreads, fast deposits, and excellent support. He added that he hoped that there would be a deposit bonus in the future. Here's to hoping, right? But what stood out to me was that TabTrade really tries to balance simplicity with the kind of trading conditions that serious traders actually care about. It's a fine balance here between complexity and simplicity and capability, right? Now, to figure out if TabTrade is a legit platform for you, we have to look at what actually matters here: the trading conditions. I've tested brokers like IC Markets and Pepperstone extensively, and I've learned that what really matters is whether a broker actually helps you execute your strategy without getting in the way. It's supposed to help you, right? So I spent some time inside the TabTrade ecosystem, and there are a few things that stood out to me. First, their automated trading and VPS hosting features. TabTrade supports fully automated trading across all of their platforms. But here's the feature that really caught my attention: their VPS hosting integration. For algorithmic traders, a virtual private server is a game changer. It lets you run your EAs and bots right next to the broker's servers. That means lower latency and better performance. TabTrade works with New York City servers, a provider that offers latency as low as 1 millisecond. They guarantee 100% uptime, and they come with MetaTrader 5 pre-installed. Compared to eToro, which has very limited automated trading capabilities, TabTrade is in a different league altogether. It also gives you access to MetaTrader 5, which is really the gold standard for serious traders. Unlike some brokers that cripple their MT5 implementation with really slow execution and other nitpicky things, TabTrade has optimized their environment heavily and works with it really well. Their servers are hosted in Equinix LD5 in London. That's the same data center used by a lot of the major banks and institutional desks. So for you, that really means faster fills and less slippage. You also get the full Meta Editor suite. You can create, edit, and backtest your EAs without ever leaving the platform. It's not some watered-down web platform. This really feels much closer to a professional trading setup. But what can you trade here, right? TabTrade provides access to the world's most actively traded instruments. Traders can explore the currency market, where majors, minors, and exotic pairs move every second. You can also trade indices and gold and silver, commodities, cryptocurrencies. So unlike some brokers that restrict certain assets based on your location, TabTrade offers access to a wide range of markets depending on your region. So if you're a forex trader who also likes to speculate on Bitcoin or gold during market turmoil, you can do all of that from one account. And speaking of accounts, TabTrade offers 3 main account types, all designed to suit different trading styles and experience levels. The standard account has no minimum deposit. Spreads start from 1.0 pips with no commission. So that's perfect if you're just starting out or trading smaller sizes. The Edge account is where things get interesting. This requires a $250 minimum deposit. Spreads start from 0.0 pips, but you pay a $3.50 commission per side. For active traders, this is usually cheaper because the raw spreads are so tight. Then there's the VIP account for high-volume traders. Now this requires a $25,000 minimum deposit, but it also gives you custom commission rates and dedicated account management. Daily Forex specifically highlighted in their review the combination of a genuinely zero minimum deposit on the standard account, up to 1 to 1,000 leverage, and raw 0.0 pip spreads on the Edge account at just $3.50 per side commission. They also noted that all accounts are connected via Equinix LD5 in London. I mentioned that, and that's the same infrastructure tier used by all those institutional desks. So compared to competitors, which offer similar raw spreads sometimes, but often have higher minimum deposits, TabTrade's $0 entry on the standard account is much more accessible and a good place to start. Now, ultimately, none of these features really matter if you can't get your money in and out quickly and safely, right? I've tested brokers that looked great on the charts, but kind of turned into a nightmare the moment that I tried to withdraw profits. So I made sure to put TabTrade's funding and withdrawal process under the microscope as well, and I really wanted to look deeply into it and see if I can find any mistakes. And here's what I found. TabTrade makes it really easy to fund your account instantly with zero fees. And when you want to take profits out, they promise efficient processing. And above all, they promise transparency, security, and safety. I looked into what some other users are saying, and I think the feedback really matches the promise that this platform makes. So one trader shared that he'd been working with TabTrade for a while, and he described the experience as smooth overall. He stated that execution was fast, with no weird delays, and he noted that withdrawals were processed without any issues, which he said was the most important part for him. He concluded that TabTrade was a solid broker and that he was happy to continue working with them. Yeah, same. I mean, TabTrade built their systems the same way that they built their trading infrastructure. Low friction, simple, fast, and all funding through their secure account portal is encrypted and secure, which I really appreciate. They offer a variety of funding methods too, so you're not just locked into a single option. So you really get customizability, safety, security, and client funds are held in segregated accounts, which adds an extra layer of protection as well. But still, after all of that, right, I still found one or two issues that traders should pay attention to. So I found this user who said that he couldn't verify his account with TabTrade. He sent every document they asked for, but apparently the broker rejected him without giving a real reason. They just said that the decision was final and told him to find another broker. He said that he felt frustrated and sad about how he was treated. TabTrade's team actually responded to this by explaining that they follow strict global KYC and anti-money laundering rules. So these standards are non-negotiable and apply to everyone. I don't know what this guy was doing with his money, but apparently he broke some kind of standard. So the user's application didn't meet their minimum requirements, so they couldn't approve it. They said that they don't like turning away customers, but keeping the platform secure and trusted means applying the same rules to all applicants. They wished him well finding a different broker. So not the end of the world, but a bit strange. Here's my take on this, though. It's actually a sign that TabTrade is following their own rules. Like a shady broker would let anyone deposit money without asking questions, right? TabTrade's refusal to bend the rules, even when it cost them a customer that could have brought them a lot of money, tells them that they are at least trying to stay legit. My advice overall is pretty simple. Make sure your documents are crystal clear before you apply, and obviously don't be laundering money. Use a passport and a recent utility bill, and if you do that, you should be fine. Now, when it comes to cost, TabTrade keeps their pricing structure really simple. You pick the account that matches your trading style. There's multiple different levels. The standard account has no commission. Spreads start from 1 pip. The Edge account charges $7 per lot round turn, so that's $3.50 per half, and then spreads start from 0 pips. The VIP account has custom commission rates based on your volume, but they require a huge payment up front to actually activate it, and you'll need to contact their sales team for a quote. So that's like for the heavy-duty traders. But for most traders, the decision comes down to one question, really. Do you prefer paying through the spread or through a separate commission? So that's the standard and Edge, which are what the majority of people should really use. So if you trade frequently, the Edge account is usually cheaper because the raw spreads are so tight. And if you trade occasionally, the standard account might make more sense. For the most current TabTrade pricing, any active promo deals, and a full breakdown of what each account includes, check the link in the description of this video. So, what is my final take on TabTrade? From everything I researched and tested, TabTrade looks like a really legitimate broker with strong trading conditions for active CFD traders. The low spreads, the fast execution, the customization, the MT5 support, the security and safety, the VPS features, this all makes the most sense for people who trade regularly or even not that regularly and still need those actually professional level tools, right? So that being said, this probably isn't going to be the best fit for complete beginners or more casual investors who want a simpler, more beginner-friendly platform. Like, it's simpler than the most complicated ones, but it's still got that learning curve. But if your priority is fast execution, tight pricing, and a more advanced trading setup that still has some simplicity in it. It has a learning curve, but I think TabTrade is definitely a broker worth considering if you're really a more advanced trader and you want to get deeper into it and you want to trade and make a lot more money. So check the link in the description of this video to get started with our special discount and coupon and start trading.